Alright everybody, PS4 versus Xbox One.
Guys, it's about to get real!
Let's start with the hardware.
The hardware on the PS4 is incredible. The system released on November 15th in North America and the 29th in Europe. The system has an 8GB GDDR5 RAM, which is dangerously fast. The system also has an x86 AMD processor CPU. A CPU is a processor that processes instructions that the program is giving. The GPU is an AMD Radeon Core with 1152 shaders. That's 1.84 trillion movements in a shader per second. I mean, yeah, guys, that is pretty insane. The system does have a big but a little slow 500 gigabyte hard drive that you can switch out if you like. The system doesn't have a big chunky power brick that you have to hide behind your gaming setup, so don't worry. You get this wonderful piece of work for $399. Well, $399. I didn't want you thinking that it was $3.99. Okay, so that was pretty mind-blowing, but now we gotta move on to the Xbox One. The hardware on the Xbox is very delivering. The Xbox One released on November 22nd in North America. The system has an 8GB DDR3 RAM and an 853 MHz AMD Radeon GPU with 768 shaders. Each shader has 1.31 teraflops. This system has a big and yet again slow hard drive of 500 gigabytes. The system has external storage by USB. You could get this nice big box for $4.99. So, which console is the winner for the specs? And the winner is the PlayStation 4. I chose the PS4 over the Xbox One because just look at the specs. The PS4 has a better RAM, CPU, better graphics, and a much better price. I don't see how Xbox One could possibly win in this category. Xbox One was kind of an embarrassment to PS4 in this category. So that's why I think that the PS4 is better than the Xbox One in the hardware. Now remember, guys, this is my opinion, and if you disagree with it, then feel free to leave comments below. Now let's go to our second category, features. The PS4 has many awesome features, including game DVR, which you do not need a PlayStation Plus membership, cloud storage, play as you download, remote download, motion control from the DualShock 4's light bar, which we will talk about later, second screen, multitasking, which you can switch back and forth to 2 games or apps, and it's super quick. I tried it. It's awesome. And I almost forgot, Blu-ray drive and DVD drive, they're there. They're back. They're on the PlayStation 4. And on the PlayStation 4, you can even live stream to Twitch or Ustream from your PlayStation 4. The PS4 does not require an internet connection, has no used game fee, does not have digital game sharing, and cannot be backwards compatible. Sony has finally brought cross-game chat, and it's up to 8 players on the PlayStation 4. We got a taste of what the PS4 can do, but now let's get a chunk of what the Xbox can do. The Xbox now has a Blu-ray drive, which is cool, along with game DVR requiring Xbox Live Gold, cloud storage, play as you download, remote download, motion control with Connect 2, voice commands, and live streaming. The Xbox One is called the Xbox One for a reason. The Xbox One has an HDMI in port that lets you watch TV on your Xbox. You can also use this to play other consoles on the Xbox One. The system also has a cool feature where you can split the screen and do two things at once. You can play a game, watch TV at once, or you could play a game, watch Netflix at once. You could do it at once. And the winner for features is the Xbox One. I chose the Xbox One because features are what it's dominant at. It truly earns its slogan, all-in-one Xbox One. Now let's go to our third category, controllers. So where do I start with the DualShock 4? The DualShock 4 is a huge improvement from the DualShock 3. It improved on their analog sticks, the D-pads, the grip on the controller, the triggers, and much more. Now the new things on the DualShock 4 are, for example, the speaker on the controller. While you're playing games, like if you're playing Call of Duty and you're talking on a walkie-talkie, it's going to come out of the speaker on the controller as if, to make it more realistic. Also, there is now the options button, which replaces start and select, and the touchpad, which is used in games to scroll on menus, and also it could be used to use gadgets in games. For a good example is Killzone. You use it for this robot, and if you swipe up or down, left or right, it's a different command. Also, what's very interesting is the share button. Now, the share button, what you can do is if you're playing a game or if you're on a UI PS4, you click share, and then it's going to come up and it's going to say screenshot, video clip, or live stream, and you choose what you want to do. If you want to make a video clip, you make a video clip. If you want to make a live stream, you click live stream, then you click your service, either Twitch or Ustream, and then you go on from there. So that's super cool. It's a great feature. I love using it. Also, the grip on the controller is much better. It's actually a grip on the back of the controller, which actually you can see right now on the back. It's black and then it's gray. That the gray is that grip. And if you haven't played a PS4 yet, or if you haven't felt it and you're getting it at Christmas, then I'm just telling you that it feels great, and the grip on that is really, really, it keeps you on there. It doesn't have you sliding off all the time. The DualShock 3, the analogs made you slide off, the triggers made you slide off, the controller made you slide off. The DualShock 3 is a mess, and the DualShock 4 just it makes up for all of it. And I'm so glad that Sony made a controller that we can actually play with. Okay, so we got a big chunk of the DualShock 4. Now let's head over to the new Xbox controller. So the Xbox One's controller has some improvements. Like the analog sticks, for example. The analog sticks have a grip around the analog stick so your finger doesn't slide off. It's a good mechanic. Also, for the first time, they finally made a normal D-pad. Just look at this comparison. The D-pad was all weird on Xbox 360, and then they finally just made a normal plus D-pad, no circular crap, just normal. Finally, everybody's been waiting for that because the D-pad is just so bad on the Xbox 360, and I'm definitely glad to see an improvement. Also, there are two new buttons on the Xbox One, and those two new buttons are the view button, which the view button, it can change views of games or programs, and if you press the view button, you could split, and it's just it changes how the TV looks. It's But like really, the decision is up to the developers on like how that button is gonna like work. So that's up to the developers. That's up to the game. So, if it's like used really badly, you can't blame it on the Xbox because the developers take control of that. And the menu button, it brings up menus of games or what you're playing. It's like a pause button. Like for games, you press that menu button and it's like pause. And yeah, you bring up the menu. So yeah, that's pretty much like start and select. And also, which I'm super glad about this. Now, on the back of the controller, remember the Xbox 360's super like bulky battery pack in the back? Now you still have to put batteries in the controller, but now it's not a big bulky pack. It's just flat and it goes into controller, so it feels much nicer. It feels much nicer on your hands. And yes, this controller is bigger than Xbox 360's, but it's like, yeah, it's about the same width, but yeah, it's like bigger in height, I guess, as you can see. So yeah, I definitely like those improvements. Oh, and another great improvement, I almost forgot to say this, was the triggers on the back. The triggers, they have a feature where they have like impulse vibrators in the triggers. So like if you're playing a shooter and you shoot, it like vibrates on the trigger, like as it would in real life if you're shooting a gun. Like and yeah, it feels really cool. Yeah, it feels great actually. Like right now, not many games are using it. Like Call of Duty Ghosts, for Xbox One, they're not using this feature. I don't think Battlefield is either. But I think Forza did. Forza Motorsport 5, yeah, that did, and yeah, like when you're driving and those impulse triggers are kicking in, it feels really good actually. Like it's just like it's such a like good touch of vibration. It feels really good. And the winner for best controller is the PlayStation 4. I chose the DualShock 4 because Sony worked their butt off to make this controller. It really does deserve best controller out of the two. Now let's head on to our last category, the cameras. The new PlayStation camera has many awesome features. Features such as voice and face recognition, interactions with games, and functions with the light bar on the DualShock 4. As you can see, the PlayStation camera is very small. And it also has a tilt feature where you can tilt onto the angle you want of the camera, as seen right now. The PlayStation camera is pretty impressive, but now let's see what the Kinect could do. The Kinect is just incredible. The Kinect also has face and voice recognition and interacts with games. The Kinect can also take you super fast through the Xbox One's confusing UI. For example, I want to play some Peggle 2. Xbox, go to Peggle 2. And instantly, you will be at Peggle 2 playing. Now right here, you can see that the Kinect is actually pretty big. I see it in person. It's pretty big. It's big and bulky, and it's the same width as the Xbox One, like the system itself. And the winner for cameras is the Xbox One. The Kinect is way more superior than the PlayStation camera. The technology just easily beats it. And plus, the voice recognition is way better. You have to say, like, PlayStation, turn on. You have to say that like 5 times until it gets it to work. With the Kinect, you say it once, twice, rarely 3 times, and you're good to go. And it's super quick. It's super fast. The technology is just the best in gaming right now. The Connect 2 wins it for this category. Okay, and that's it for this video. So that was the ultimate Xbox One PS4 comparison. Now, unfortunately, we got a tie because Xbox One won 2, PS4 won 2. So we got a little tie. So I didn't really tell you exactly what was better, but I mean, you should just look at it this way. So PS4 won specs, Xbox One won features, PlayStation 4 won the controller, and Xbox One won camera. So what's better? The controller and the specs, or the features and the camera? That's your decision to make, because this is the future, and you can make a decision. The Xbox One or the PS4. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate you staying with me on this whole big Xbox One PS4 comparison. If you like this video, give it a like. It helps so much. If you like this video, subscribe, because I will be making some more gaming videos. If you want some daily stuff, and you could follow my Twitter at GTW Gaming News, or go to my website at GameTimeWarp.com. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.